Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Food is the Best Medicine, Soul, Body, and Mind. And I am your host, Donna Clark, Executive Wellness and Life Coach. And today we are talking about food for the body, mind, and soul in terms to how can we transition from a fast and do it in a way that's good for the body, good for the mind, good for the soul. So, one thing that I have noticed is that when I lead different fasts throughout the year, or my clients come to me after having done a fast, once the fast is gone, they want to celebrate. And especially like now, where it's the weekend, they want to celebrate over the weekend and they want to enjoy the foods that taste good to them. So, the foods that they love, but maybe don't necessarily love them back. So, how can we avoid binging when we are completing a fast? So, that's the topic for today. So, let's see. Anybody who's on, welcome. And if you have any comments, please post your comments and I'll see them. I will be answering comments as I go through this, and definitely at the end, I'll be looking for comments. So, back to the topic at hand. If you have not yet done your 3-day intermittent fast, but you have the materials, then go ahead and do it. This is a cleanse that you can do at any time. You can do it whenever you feel that you need a reset. You can do it if you feel like your immune system is a little bogged down, you're starting to feel those first signs of congestion. That's a great time to do a 3-day intermittent fast, especially this one, the one that I've guided you through, because it's full of nutrient dense foods. So everything on that cleanse is designed to be nourishing to the body and to help the body restore itself back to balance and regenerate the cellular function of the body. So, if you have not done it, feel free to do it at any time. If you have done the cleanse and you're now in that transition period, as I am, here are some things that you can do to make sure that you transition smoothly so that you can maintain all the benefits and not binge, right? Now you are feeling a little lighter, you're feeling a little clearer, you have a little more energy, feeling a little more focused, right? Your belly fat may feel like it's not so prominent. You may have a smoother stomach at this point, or it just feels a lot lighter. So, in 3 days, you can get a lot of benefits. So, one option is to continue the intermittent fast. And it does not mean that you need to do it every day, but you can continue a pattern. You could say, I'm going to do the intermittent fast for 3 days each week. So 3 out of 7 days, I will do intermittent fasting. 4 days, I will not do intermittent fasting, but I will have breakfast. So that's one way to do it. As I mentioned, there's also many ways that you can do intermittent fasting. So you can try some of the different intermittent fasting protocols throughout a period of a month. You may say, I want to try 2 different ones or 3 different ones. And each time you will be boosting your metabolism in a little different manner. So that's another way. If you have questions or you want to talk to me specifically about the different types of intermittent fast that may work for you, I'm free to you're free to set up a complimentary session with me. It's called a Clarity Breakthrough Call. You can go to my website, www.zanaclark.com, click on Work with Me, and just look up Clarity Breakthrough Session. It's a free call, it's all complimentary. And that's where I help you get kind of clear. We look at where you are, we look at your vision. What is it that you want with your health? Where does this strategy fit in? And you can get some nice insights from that session. So then, if you are not interested in continuing intermittent fast, but you're just trying to transition, then you want to do it in a way that is not going to be a shock to your system, right? So you don't go from where you were to where you have been over the past week or so, and then go right back to where you were. Or go even worse, start looking for every sweet thing that's in the refrigerator. You would want to take one action. That's what I will invite you to do. Is just take one action. Just take one action that can help you kind of transition more smoothly. So that one action could be, instead of doing a fast for 16 hours, I'm going to back it down to 12 hours. So if I stop eating by 8 o'clock at night, I will have my breakfast around 8 o'clock in the morning. That's a 12-hour. It's still a fast. It's still giving your body a chance to rest. Now, some of you may say, I automatically do that. But I invite you to ask yourself, do you really? Or do you tend to snack a little bit before bed? In the morning, you may put something in your mouth, like as soon as you get up and brush your teeth, and it's something that you're nibbling on, right? So that could be one action, just going from 16 hours down to 12 hours. Another action could be that I'm going to do the fast, but I'm going to just add in breakfast, and but it's going to be a whole food breakfast, predominantly plant-based breakfast, based on the types of foods that you've been eating on the fast, right? So that allows you to stay within the framework of the quality of foods that you're having in your body, but not be so restrictive on the hours of food. So that may be your one action item that you do. Another possibility could be that I'm going to add in my breakfast and my lunch, but I'm going to have a lighter dinner, right? So I'm reducing the calories that I have at the end of the day. And so, again, then you're still staying within the same quality framework, predominantly plant based, whole foods, nutrient dense, but you're just lightening that one meal. So, those are three examples of how you can choose one action item to focus on to help you stay within the benefits of the fast that you've been doing, right? So we want to maintain that lightness. If we're starting to lose some weight, we want to continue that. If we are starting to feel more clear in our mind and more energy overall and more vital and more alive, then we want to continue that. The longer you sustain the actions, the greater the benefits that you will have. So, I hope that answers your questions on how can you transition from this 3-day fast into a way of eating and being that's going to be in alignment with the benefits that you've worked so hard on during your fast. Remind me remember, if you have any questions, feel free to go to the website, ZanaClark.com, click on Work with Me. Look for the free Clarity Breakthrough call. You can schedule a time that works for you. I'm happy to talk to you about how you can be healthy, wealthy, and happy. That's what our life is all about. So let's see if I have any comments that have come through from Facebook. Okay. Um, yeah, and oh, somebody is asking me about like how long they should do intermittent fasting, and that my answer to that was that it's individual, it's specific to that person, and it's going to depend on what's going on with that person's body physiologically, what's going on in their minds in terms of the amount of stress that they may be under. And yes, it definitely has to do with what's going on in your soul, how happy you're feeling, because all of that will help determine how long you should be on a fast. Okay. So some people, because of cortisol levels, that they're not able to stay on a fast very long. So thank you for being with us today. I look forward to talking to you next week on Food is the Best Medicine, Soul, Body, and Mind. And remember, post any questions that you have here or go to the website and just set up a session, and I'm happy to talk to you. So, looking forward to seeing you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, healthful weekend and week. Bye. Alex, make all that noise. No.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that.